Hello and welcome to Planet Canine's podcast. Does your dog belong in a demolition crew, or is he a landscape gardening type who leaves you really frustrated? Over the next few minutes, we're going to cover a subject which often crops up: what to do with a digging dog. I'm Mark O'Brien, and joining me is Nicole Beasley from Planet Canine. Nicole, how common is this problem of a digging dog?
Hi Mark, it's one of the most common problems, but it's a problem that differs in severity. So just from the puppy who digs up one or two plants in the garden to the dog that's digging under fences, getting out of the property and potentially injuring themselves.
What are some of the main reasons why they dig?
Okay, well there's a few reasons that dogs dig. Some dogs dig simply because they're bored, and digging is a good fun thing to do in the backyard if you're left home all day. Some dogs will dig in one specific area because maybe there's something interesting under the ground, something has died there, or there's a strong scent that's attracting them. Then we have dogs that were bred for Arctic conditions, huskies, malamutes. These dogs really suffer in the summertime if they're not given enough shade, and they will dig to keep cool. And then we have the jailbreakers, the dogs that dig to escape confinement. And they might be escaping because they're suffering separation anxiety, or they could be escaping for a night on the town, dogs that haven't been desexed.
A good night.
Maybe not for some.
Okay. Will these dogs grow out of it? Is it something you should ignore, put it down to a phase, or...?
I would rather train them out of it than hope that they grow out of it. I think the old myth that dogs suddenly reach 2 years of age and miraculously grow up and educate themselves is one of the reasons we end up with so many 2-year-old dogs in our pounds.
Okay, so I've got a dog, for the sake of the argument, who is going to be more suited to the mining industry with his enthusiasm for digging.
Okay.
What can I do to stop them? Let's take them one by one. The bored dog.
The bored dog, okay. We need to give him things to do while we're away from the house. While we're out at work, we need to fill in his day. And if he's proven that digging is a pastime that he enjoys, then what we can do is just make him dig in a more appropriate area. So if you have a big backyard, there might be an area that you can turn up the soil, make it a bit easier for him to dig in, but also you want that to be an appealing area to dig in. So every day before you leave, you'd be burying things in that spot. And if you haven't got such a large backyard, you might go and buy a child's shell pool, fill one side of the pool with sand and bury treats and toys in there, and the other side can be filled with water. Bit of a wading pool for him.
Give him something to do.
Absolutely, give him something to do.
Okay, the next one was the scent digger, the one who hits a good smell and wants to get to the bottom of it.
Okay, wants to find that dead body buried in the backyard.
We're talking an animal here, aren't we?
I hope so.
Okay.
If you think you might know what the dog's digging up and you can remove that, that's an easy, quick fix. But most of the time we can't. So what we need to do is stop him from digging there and give him somewhere more appealing to dig. So a quick and easy way to stop him digging is just to get some chicken wire or some mesh, peg it down over the area with tent pegs, and then spray some citronella oil there because dogs don't like the smell of citronella. At the same time, you'd be making that really fun digging patch for him to dig in and burying his toys and other things there.
Again, you're really giving him something to do.
You are, because you don't just want to stop the behaviour, because if you just stop it, you might end up with something worse.
The breeds you mentioned with the thick coats, the Arctic breeds.
Okay, these breeds, we really need to look after them in summer. They have a really tough time dealing with our heat, so it's so important to make sure that they have shade and that they have plenty of water. And you might want to invest in a shell pool for them just to fill up with ice every day before you leave for work.
But if they've got a thick coat, why do they dig?
They're bred to live in the snow. And they dig naturally, to make dens to sleep in at night time too. And in Australia, it's actually cooler for them to dig into the ground to make a nice cool pit for them to sleep in.
Now, everyone's favourite, the Houdini, the escape artist.
The escape artist.
The jailbreaker.
Okay. jailbreak a dog. Firstly, let's work out why he's doing this jailbreak. If he's trying to get out to seek company, then we really need some intervention. We need behavioural modification here. So give us a call at Planet Canine, because this is something that we need to deal with on an individual basis. If he's being a jailbreaker, because like you said before, he wants a night on the town, have him desexed. It's easy, it's a small operation for male dogs, and it can save heartache if that's the reason that he's wanting to escape the property. Also, we need to make sure that we've got really solid, good fences. So a fence that might look good when you're standing on two legs, if you get down and look at it from the dog's point of view, might be quite easy to dig under. So have a look in a new backyard, look around for places that the dog might dig out, and make sure they're boarded up either with bricks or with wire. Make it escape proof.
And if your dog does escape, despite your efforts, what should you do? Okay,
well, hopefully you'll have him microchipped and registered with the National Pet Register, so that if somebody finds him, he can be traced back to you. The National Pet Register is a 24-hour service. So if somebody finds him, they can ring the number on the tag and then he'll be reunited with you. If your dog is missing, as quickly as possible, I'd be putting up posters in your local area, in bus shelters, contacting all the local vet clinics, coming in and scouring through the lost dog's home. Really be proactive in your search.
Okay, thanks, Nicole. And if people want more information about this topic and other things, what can they do?
You can come and visit our website, which is www.planetcanine.com.au, or you can give us a call.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thanks, Mark.